Okay, so today is kind of the same spirit as I think it was Monday's workout last week, except that I'm just changing it around a little bit. So we're going to end up doing 100 push-ups and 100 kettlebell swings, and we're just going to get there a little bit differently. So the workout's going to be 40 push-ups right from the get-go when we're fresh, then 25 kettlebell swings, and then we're going to do 30 push-ups and 25 kettlebell swings, 20 push-ups and 25 kettlebell swings, 10 push-ups and 25 kettlebell swings. And if my math is correct, that should be 100 of each. Is it right? Let's see. Yeah, that's totally 100. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be great. So before we do that, we gotta warm up. So grab your stick. And let's start out with my favorite shoulder warm up with that wide shoulder grip. You're gonna pull this up, rotate up, press up, pull the shoulder blades together and up. And then you're going to reverse that repeatedly. Ooh. Just good for waking up all the little muscles around the shoulders.
Hey, Jackie, I just went to Chrome. There you are.
Okay, keep the bar above your head, and you're going to give me about 8 overhead squats. Really squeeze your butt hard at the top. Good. From here, get the bar into a front neck position as if you're going to do an overhead press. And give me 10 overhead press with the bar. Just waking up those shoulders. Even with the PVC pipe, just going through a good range of motions, nice and good. Then you're gonna bring the bar down here. You're gonna point your palms facing forward, get a grip on there, and then keeping your belly nice and tight, you're just going to keep your elbows locked, bring it up, and bring it back down. Good. You can put the stick down, sit in that squat again. Oh. Just kind of hang out here. You can shove the knee forward a little bit. Kind of wiggle it around, get a stretch in the ankle. Not that we need it, we're just doing this for warm up. Turns out just sitting in the bottom of a squat actually warms you up pretty good. Stand that up. Give me some weightless good mornings. So again, you're gonna keep your back straight. You're gonna sit your hips back. Tiny bend in the knee, not a lot, and then just squeeze your bum to come back up. So it's your hips that's moving, not your back. Awesome. Give me Make sure you don't hit anything. Give me some leg swings.
Gilbert.
Other side. Try and go sideways if you can. Again, without hitting any furniture or falling down. Other way. Other leg, rather. Ooh, without falling down. Awesome. We did sprints on Saturday, and my legs are still kind of feeling it a little bit. Oh. Okay. Going to a, everything's kind of all over the place today. Going to a plank. Just kind of chill there for a few seconds. Go ahead and go into a side plank. Switch to the side. Come back to center. You can put your knees down and give me some scapular push-ups. So you're going to keep your elbows straight, pull your shoulder blades together, and then push your shoulder blades toward your armpits back and forth. Awesome. And just because I kind of want to, and I feel like I need it a little bit, I'm going to stretch out my wrists a little bit. So I'm going to make sure my fingers are pointing forward, and I'm just going to lean forward. Then I'm going to point my fingers back towards me with the back of my hand on the floor. And I'm going to lean back. Then I'm going to have my palms down again, but I'm going to point my fingers toward each other. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and turn my elbows backwards toward my knees and go back and forth with that motion. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to basically like squish my fingers like this. I'm going to put my hand down like that, like I'm squishing my fingers. And then I'm going to open it up and close it. And I'm going to put just a little bit of pressure on it. So it's kind of like my wrists are doing a push-up. Most of my weight's still back on my knees, but I have just a little bit of pressure on there, so my wrists have to work just a little bit. This is a great wrist exercise in general, one of my favorites. Like if you're doing a whole bunch of weightlifting and your wrists are too weak to keep up, so you get a lot of wrist pain, that's one of my go-to wrist exercises. Okay, so like I said, today we're going to be doing a bunch of push-ups and a bunch of kettlebell swings. This isn't new for any of us. So if you have to scale your push-ups, scale it the way that you normally do it. So that means go in a box or a chair or incline it some way. If that's impossible, yeah, you could do knee push-ups, but I'm not a big fan of knee push-ups. My push-ups are totally going to break down at some point with this. And so my strategy is I'm not going to go to complete failure. I'm going to try and stop like 2 or 3 reps before that happens and just do that by feel. That way I can take a very short break and get back into it. Even if I'm just doing 2 or 3, put a knee down, 2 or 3, put a knee down until I get to my target. And grab a kettlebell, just normal Russian swings. So we do these all the time. It's one of my favorite exercises in the whole world. So we're doing plenty of those. You guys don't need any instruction on that. Yeah. Any questions on the push-up or the kettlebell swing?
What's the breakdown for the push-up number again?
So it's going to be 40, 30, 20, and 10.
Okay.
And after each set, it's always going to be 25 kettlebell swings.
Gotcha.
So 40 push-ups, 20 swings, 30 push-ups, 25 swings, 20 push-ups, 25 swings, 10 push-ups, and 25 swings. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first set is going to be, we're going to be fresh, but 40 can be, a little bit. The second set is probably going to be the worst, I'd imagine. 30 push-ups once we're more tired. And then 20 we'll get through, and 10 we'll get through one way or another. Are we good? Are we ready?
Ready?
Ready.
Sure everything's good. All right. Time to suffer through push-ups. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Strategy. Let's round down. Push-ups got hard luck sooner than I hoped they would. All right, hard rounds are done. Come on. All right. Come on. I like that one. That's a good one. You got it, Paul. All done?
All done.
Nice. That was good. I like that one. 30. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
I'll tell you tomorrow.
Tell me tomorrow, okay? What we're gonna do is stretch out our pecs a little bit before we go. So for that one, we're going to have our hands out straight like so. We're going to point our fingers behind us like this. And we're gonna put both hands behind us. And then we're gonna try and pull our shoulder blades together. So don't let your shoulders roll forward like this, but pull them back. Just kind of hang out there for a little bit. If this isn't doing anything for you, you can either try and like wiggle your hands a little bit closer together, or you can walk your bum a little bit more forward, or you can do both. Just kind of hang out there. If your elbows are killing you, bend your elbows a little bit. That's fine. Just kind of hang out here for a little bit. And then just kind of wiggle out of there. And then something kind of extracurricular. I've been trying to add in for the last week or so some kind of classic stretches I used to do in karate all the time, just to kind of regain a little bit of that lower body flexibility. So one of the classic stretches that I'm going to do today is I'm just going to fold one leg like so, as close into the other leg as I can, and the other foot's going to be up straight. I'm going to take a deep breath in, bring my arms out, deep breath out, and just kind of lean toward that far foot. If I can even kind of, I can't get it into the shot, let's see. If I can even try and like pull my toes toward me and kind of try and pull that there. I'm not trying to force anything. I'm just letting gravity kind of help lean me forward and hang out here for a little bit. Breathing, not holding my breath. And you might find you can get another centimeter lower as you start to get used to it. Then very easily lean back out of there and switch sides. So I'm going to pull one leg up. I'm going to take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And just let gravity do its work, not forcing anything. My close hand I can have on my knee to make sure my knee doesn't bend. If you're gonna do static stretching like this, after the workout is the best time to do it. Nice and easy lean out of there. And then last one I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna get my legs out as wide as I can in a split. Again, not forcing anything. I'm gonna put one hand behind me, one hand in front, and I'm just gonna kind of scooch my hips forward a smidge. Again, not forcing anything. And from here, I'm just gonna lean forward just a smidge. I can flex and point my toes. And just hang out here for a little bit. I can even lean to one side or the other. I used to be able to get like this close to getting a full split going on.
Really? Huh?
Yeah. Back when I did karate, I was doing karate like 5 days a week, sometimes multiple classes a day. And I'd spend, 20 minutes stretching every single time. I used to be quite flexible. That's what kind of inspired me to add this back in.
We went blueberry picking today.
Oh, how was that?
Oh, it was wonderful.
Oh, good.
We went probably about 11. We were the only ones there.
That must have been nice.
And the blueberries were delicious.
It was a warm day out there too, I think, right?
Yeah, it wasn't bad because it's up on a hill. We had
nice.
trees.
All right, I'm gonna very easily get out of here. So I'm just gonna grab hold of my legs like this and just kind of bring in those knees. Isn't that nice? Paul, it's wonderful to have you back. Glad you're feeling better. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Have a good one, Kathy.
You too.
Eat something good. Be back tomorrow.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
Bye.